know it says we're live. Yay! Welcome everybody to the greatest show where I get to show off the greatest people and have way too much fun doing it. My special guest today, I'm so excited and so grateful to have you, Mr. John Akintola Ashford. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, sister. I love being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you. So we're going to talk today about orgasmic conscious cooking.
Yes.
Even saying that, my body's getting excited.
Yes.
So what inspired us, you actually have a show on YouTube.
Yes.
Yeah. And
yes.
you do cooking and you kind of talk through it and share a lot of, so what inspired you to even start that show?
Well, one of the things is that when I was a kid, my mom was my first teacher in the kitchen. And I just was forced, a real quick story. I came through the kitchen as a little boy, I might have been 10, and she asked me to grab something off the table because she was preparing dinner or whatever. And I said, no, that's for women. And she came back outside like she did. And she said, come here like that. And she took me back in the house. And from there on, I became orgasmic in the kitchen with cooking food because I was forced in the beginning. And then I started noticing how people reacted. And I was like, I like the way people respond to my food. So I always desire to share with people one of my magical things that I do in cooking. And I actually experience them experiencing the food. Like as they're eating and swallowing, I can feel it and I can feel their body being turned on. And that's a big turn on for me.
Oh, I love that so much. I've had that too. And sometimes I have to actually be present. Like if I'm just eating and like, oh wait, I could actually choose to kind of experience this in a different way. Yeah. So you started to cook with your mom. You started to notice the reactions of bodies.
Yeah.
And then, so as you went along, where did the energy for you? When did you start to notice that food could be orgasmic, like that energy of orgasmic?
So I would cook, and be it male, female, any age, they would taste my food and they would go, oh my God, which reminded me of sex.
Yeah.
And I was like, they're like, get out of here, man. What the fuck? They would do stuff like that. And I would be like, what? You're like, Johnny, my friend Arturo was upstairs, Johnny, that is so fucking bomb. And I was like, really? And I recognized that it was the same excitement that created this creativity in their body of a sensation beyond what they were expecting. And it's like, I hate to say this, but I don't hate to say it. It's like in this world, we look at sex like that beyond, like, oh my God. And you can see the person's eyes get wider, they smile, their breathing changes. And I was like, what if I could create that and show people how to create that in their own kitchen with their families, their friends, and whatever. And it doesn't have to only be about sex. I use orgasmic because orgasmic to me is one big word getting to creation, new life, the new beginning, some change, something that's excitement. And that's what I go for when I'm cooking. I'm actually trying to tap into the bodies that are going to eat my food and actually expand their reality.
Wow. So I'm just going to actually let people sit with that for a minute because that's so beautiful and delicious. So John, would you say you developed that capacity over time? Did you already always have it, but you just noticed it more over time?
I had it and I just noticed it. The more I came into the realization that I created that, and I had been doing that ever since I started cooking. When I was living in the seminary, and we would have to take turns cooking, and everybody couldn't wait to my night to cook because it was like, what the fuck is this dude gonna create? Because I look at recipes. The only thing I don't really use recipes for, when I bake, I use recipes because it's so scientific. But like when I cook anything else, I start to have my body start to say, what would be like this if peanut butter was added? Oh my God, I can taste it. And there was something in my body, but like, ooh, I get a shiver in my body. And I'm like, oh my God. And then what everybody knows, Tori is my wife. And I was like, what would happen to her body? So, and watching her put the first spoon the first fork, and it's almost like the movie in The Matrix where the guy was talking about this woman taking the dessert, eating it, and going down her body, and all the organs, even the sexual organs, being stimulated. That's what I experience when I'm cooking, and it's just like, and I will say I get off on that because it's like reconnecting joy in somebody's world by having a meal and breaking bread with.
Yeah, and how many people I personally got into this. I got very busy. I was working crazy hours, and food starts to become something like I had to do and just kind of get it over with, like fit it in. And especially recently, since I've been home more and as we have been,
Yeah.
and actually going and shopping, looking at what am I purchasing is, like a pepper and being with that, like I smell it,
Yeah.
and then so I'm noticing a whole different receiving going on with me in food now than that rush, just like, okay, you need food, let's do this, Yeah. So can you share, I would love to hear your adventure. So you found a recipe, you're now going to the grocery store. Can you give us a little bit? Yeah. What is that like?
Yeah. So my kids don't like going to the store with me because when I go to the store, if the normal person would take maybe 15, 20 minutes, I'm going to take 45 minutes because what I'm going to do is, this is true, I'm going to allow the fruits and vegetables to talk to me. I usually go in that section first and I actually pick up their vibration. And then it'll tell me what it wants to be paired with.
Ooh.
Sometimes when I get prepare vegetables, I'm really actually connecting energetically. Like I'll stand in front of the vegetable and I might pick up and put something down 2 or 3 times because my body says, no. And then all of a sudden my body says, be sure to go pick up, do you have this meat at home? Because we do eat meat here. And if not, go over to the butcher and make sure that you get this from the butcher. And usually, like magic, the shit's usually there, whatever meat I'm looking for to match what I have. So it's almost like being able to be energetically connected, and it takes time. And there's another experience of me actually talking to the people in the store, because it's a whole, it's a symphony going on about connecting with the energy of people, asking what they know about this, if there's a certain bread, talking to the bread and the person who actually prepared the bread, because I go to the local store here that usually a lot of stuff is made in the store. So I want to connect energetically so I can connect that. And then the other pieces that I have in my backyard in the summertime is I grow most of my fruits and vegetables. So then I can actually go and pick it. Like when I make a smoothie in the morning, I'll pick the strawberries off the garden. And not right now, the apples are ready. There's kale in the backyard. And pretty much the earth, connecting the earth in the morning and making that connection and putting that and feeling it go into your body, and that excitement and igniting in your body, so that you actually really connect into everything on the earth, on planet Earth and in the universe, of like all the contributions from the sun that's grown the vet. I mean, I know that sounds weird and stuff, but I actually have that experience when I'm in the kitchen.
Wow. So even the simplicity of plucking an apple from a tree and eating it, you are receiving a gift from the earth, a gift from the tree, a gift from the sun, a gift from the rain, and you can like fully receive it in a way that is like orgasmic.
Yes. And it's creating a new experience and creating an appreciation of life, of living.
I love that. And some of the greatest orgasms are actually when you take your time. So it was funny when you said, take your time. And if you were actually really preparing a meal, maybe for some people, they wouldn't do this every night, but you want to prepare a meal for a lover or yourself or, people you care about, and like taking your time and being with it from the beginning, So is there anything else, like, so now you're cooking and you're engaging so what kind of, share a little bit of how's that for you, or what is kind of the stuff that you become aware of as you're putting the ingredients together?
So the weird thing is, if you ever, even when the time that I was cooking for you guys when we were in Canada, when I get in the kitchen, I don't usually communicate with people because it's really Okay, I'm gonna go there.
Do it.
Food is another lover for me. And so when you're with your lover, you actually want to be present. And you want to listen to what the lover is saying. You don't want to just go in there like calling like a bear. You want to actually be present with it, with the person, with the food. And that happens with me in the kitchen. Tori would be like, oh my God, I'm going upstairs because you're not even listening to me. She'll be sitting right here because this is the other side of my oven. I'm like, I'm not there. And I'll have some wine or I'll have a cocktail, and I'm actually really connecting to this. And while it's happening, I never have ingredients out, so they're actually always spinning in my head because I've been doing this for so long. I can tell what is being required at that moment that wants to be a contribution to the meal. Or I can go to a restaurant and actually taste their food, copy it, duplicate it, and add my own angle to it. Like, if, oh, that would be a lot better if I had ginger in it. So I'll get home and I'll make the same dish. And Tori's like, how in the fuck do you do that? It's just like, it's really orgasmic because it's being in the space of being creative the entire time. And so when I like, can I talk about what I was making today, or not? We need to hold on. Okay.
Yeah.
So one of the ingredients for we're making this after in a few minutes was chocolate chips. Well, immediately when I read the ingredients, my body said, no, chop up uh, peanut butter cups instead of just chocolate, because have that salty sweetness in it with the other salty stuff, and the peanut butter is going to spin the sweetness out. And I was like, oh wow. So I got, and then in the icing, it was supposed to be just pink, and so I added almond flavor to it because I want that nuttiness to come in, and the butter is brown because I'm making the marshmallows. So that all came to, because the nuttiness of brown butter, I was like, okay, this is doable. And so it was orgasmic. I already taste before it's even prepared.
Wow.
So that's my love.
I'll have that capacity.
Yeah. And it's really, and it actually becomes really sexy. I would say one of my most sexy contributions is cooking, because it's actually, because of the magic of cooking. I really like people to tell me what they don't like to eat, because somewhere in the universe, the combination of the right ingredients haven't hit the palate of their tongue, so they could take a chance with it. And that's how I look at life. What ingredient can I add to a person so they can have abundance of living? Just like when they have a vegetable or a meat that they don't like, what can I do? What spin can I do? Because everything wants to contribute to you. Everything. And so when I'm in the kitchen, that's my gift, my being is within cooking, and that's gifting. It's orgasmic because you're going to be different after you have a meal with me.
I think everyone wants to have a meal with you right now. I've been
love it.
Yeah, I've had meals with you quite a few times, and it has been everything that you're saying, that experience. And I've actually got to watch you cook, which is cool. What you said, like a lover, there almost has a sense of a seduction going on, because you're saying the wine, and I can almost sense like sometimes music or some, like, do you get that? And whatever you're being or the energies that you're inviting in is represented in the meal?
Absolutely. The kitchen is crowded. I mean, there's a lot. And also I realized that my grandmother, my mom's mom, was a huge contribution to me cooking. Over there, you guys can't see, I have recipes, like over 10,000 recipes over there, but a lot of them are handwritten recipes from my mom and my grandmother. And so that energy, and the Miss Mignon, who I lived with, and when I was living in Aix-en-Provence, I have recipes handwritten. So that energy is in the kitchen with me, and the entities are there too. And it's like, okay, what do we want to create? So
wow,
it's like I said, it is really. And so in my house, there's really very seldom do we have just any leftovers. Leftovers might be at lunch, or you take them to work for somebody, you share, give somebody, but very seldom do I not cook something every night, because it's my way of connecting back to earth.
Wow.
Yeah.
Whew. So imagine every time you cooked, it was your way of connecting back to earth.
Hmm.
Wow. And that has such a space of including the body, because the body is also connecting to earth, because the body is who gets to taste it,
Yeah.
who
Yeah.
gets to digest
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. And it's almost like a cycle, things just like cycling, because the earth you put in your body, it comes from the earth, it goes to the body, and it goes back into the earth. So it's a recycling, the whole process, but you're getting to experience every aspect of it. And it's almost like slowing down your living. I mean, like, I don't like rushing through a meal. I don't like fast food because it's like cheating the earth out of its time being with you.
Oh, wow.
So I really, and when people say give thanks and praise to meal, every time I cook, I'm giving thanks and praise to the planet for contributing to this meal. And it's that one time of the day that I'm really able to connect with Earth, and it offers a contribution. And so it's a beautiful marriage.
Oh, I love it. I remember the first time I really actively looked at being present with eating.
Huh?
So I would take a bite, and instead of like, okay, I'm getting through a meal, like if, as some of us as children were like, finish what's on your plate. So your
Yeah.
target is to finish. Your target isn't to enjoy,
Be present.
explore,
Yeah.
yeah, receive. And so I noticed a massive receiving when I would like take a bite and like allow it to go through, like cover every part of my tongue, to hit
Yeah.
every different taste bud, and to be really present with it, and to chew it until my body was ready to swallow it, not
Right.
half chewed food and you're just gulping
Yeah.
it. And the experience was so different. Even when I noticed I required to eat less,
Hmm.
I enjoyed it more. And my body after, I didn't have that like exhausted like feeling. It would be, I would actually, which is what I get food can be, is
Right.
revitalizing and
Right.
and having more energy.
Right. And I think the other piece about it is that sometimes what happens with food is that people have to eat so much because the quality of it is not that good. High
Mm.
quality food, you don't need to eat that much because it's going to, if it hasn't been tampered with, and what I'm not going to go into the GMO and all that stuff, it actually has more life force. It's
Oof.
like it's like a person who's not been abused.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So when you have it, it's like going back to pure earth. You know, at least in my world, my point of view with that. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, this is such a beautiful conversation. If any of you want more from John, and I'll probably say this again, we're going to have tons of links so you can follow him, check out his show. John, before we do our game, is there any last parting thing that you would want to say to anyone or share about orgasmic conscious cooking?
What I would say is that why I would ask people to slow down and actually, once you see this, pick one day that you actually have a relationship with what you put in your body. Just ask your body, what does it want it to have, and be prepared, and spend some time with it. There are tons of recipes. There's tons of, you can go on my website, you can go on my YouTube channel, and there are recipes on there. Try it out. Call me. I'm a type of person that if you see this and you hit me up, you're like, John, you made this. Can you show me how to do this? I will actually get on Zoom and show you how to do some things.
It's true. He is that kind of person. It's true.
So, I mean, that's one of the things, because right now, what's going on the planet, what would it be like for people to experience Earth in a different manner through meals every day? Just that one time that you really connect with the things you put in your body that Earth has created for you.
Mm.
That would be my big ask for people.
I love it. Oh my gosh. Okay. So we're gonna end this. This was such a beautiful I'm so grateful. We're gonna end this on a little game, as we do here on The Greatest
Yeah.
Show. So let me explain it to you. Here's how the game works. So we've each been given the same list of ingredients. John already told us that he altered his list, but that's fine. I'm excited. So we have the same list of ingredients. With the food, we're gonna have 2 minutes to complete an art piece. That art piece is going to be somehow connected to a surprise word. John he maybe already got his word text, I don't know. I'm about to get my word text to me, and we're gonna use this word as an inspiration and energy for our art piece of cooking. And while we are doing this, I'm going to play some silly music. I just got my word. John, did you get your word?
I got my word, yeah.
Yes. Okay, so let's do a timer. I need my little timer. Actually, here. Okay, so I'm gonna count down. We're gonna start. Are you ready to start?
Yep, ready to
Okay.
go.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
I love the music.
I know, it's kind of fun. I had to find something that Facebook wouldn't censor. Oh, it's gonna get messy in here.
Oh yeah.
Okay. My word's kind of a challenge. How's this gonna look? Ooh. I feel like the timer's gonna go soon. Ah!
How much time do we have?
We have 2 minutes.
Oh my God.
We might have to double it. You have things heating. Oh.
This is fun.
This is fun. You know what would be fun to do is to have like a Zoom and just have a bunch of people on, like cook together at the same time.
Yeah. Oh my God.
It's so silly. Our timer went.
It stopped.
It did.
Oh no.
Mine does. I was gonna have us guess the words, but I think it's impossible. You'll never know what this is because it's ridiculous.
It's gonna be funny because this. Okay, I'm gonna show you mine in a second.
Okay, all right. I'm cheating and doing a few things.
Okay.
Okay, I can't wait to see yours.
Can you see this?
Oh my goodness.
So it's Earth giving. It's the universe giving birth to the Earth. This is a womb, and this blood, and this is the Earth coming down onto the planet, into the universe. And my word is exotic.
Whoa. Oh my. Okay. You so out created me. It's like incredible, and I'm happy for it. I'm super excited. Oh, that's so, like, take a picture of that. That's gorgeous and really powerful. A new food art thing. Okay, so mine, Mine was bliss. And so I started to, chaos is bliss for me. So I started to do chaos with it. Oh, it's falling apart. And then the marshmallows started to look like little like heads to me. And I started to actually get the sense of like multiple bodies having bliss together. And yeah, so this is kind of like a foursome. That's what happened. That's what happens when Cassy does food art.
That's hilarious. I love it. I love it.
We should take a photo of yours and put it on.
I will. I'll take a picture of this and I'll send it to you, and then you put it up where you want to put it. So,
all
but
right.
yeah, that's it.
Thank you,
like
John.
I was like, Earth is being born.
Wow. Yep. Ah, so amazing. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you,
I can't wait to talk to you again more. And please, if you guys want to connect with John, please check him out. There's his website's there. He's got a YouTube channel. He's on Facebook. He's on all the things, and he's amazing.
Thank you, sister.
Thank you.
So much fun. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Have a beautiful night.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. How you doing? Let me turn this music down. I don't know we're supposed to play music when we're doing things, so I was finding some music, but let me just stop it right now. Yeah. But yeah, other than that, life is like, it's cool. It's really fucking cool. I mean, it's like, I've been like in a holding space for a while. Not holding space, like just awareness of nature and magic, you know. Magic is everything right now. And I was even writing down that I don't even know what magic is anymore. Because I don't want to know. I don't want it to be defined.
Yeah.
I know it's like the air that I breathe. I know that it works, but I don't know how it works. I don't need to, but it works.
Yeah.
And if I slow down to try to figure out how it works, then it slows down the magic.
Fuck, I love you.
I love you too, sister. I can't wait to get a hug from you. I'm like.
I know. I think that I'm just like,
you know.
John Ashford.
Yeah.
And what's the cooking?
Orgasmic conscious cooking.
Okay, conscious. That was the word I was missing.
Orgasmic conscious cooking.
Orgasmic conscious cooking. Okay, and so we end it with this. Do you have your supplies ready?
Yeah, everything's over there sitting. I mean, okay. I got everything. I cheated because I didn't have chocolate chips, but I didn't want chocolate chips, so I took chocolate Reese cups and I chopped them up like chocolate chips.
All right,
that's
so
the organic part of me.
Yeah. Okay. So tell them. Can you hear it?
Yep. I like it.
Okay. So then now that song's playing in my head. I was trying to find something more suspenseful, like dun, dun, like, but I'm like, well, this one's kind of like a little more getting down anyway.
Yeah, I like it. It's kind of funky. I like that.
Yeah.
It's like live on my end.
Yeah, but last time I thought it was, and it wasn't. And then I got tricked. Okay, yeah, I got to put a title in. Unless it goes live while you're putting a title in, which would be super awkward. Do you like John Ashford? Do you want John Akintola Ashford?
Ashford doesn't matter. If it's easy. You want to use, which one do you want to use?
What do you want to use, sir?
Let's use Akintola.
Okay, it's sexy.
Yeah.
It's orgasmic.
Yes.
Okay. Going live. Oh, it says we're live. Yay! Welcome everybody to the greatest show where I get to show off the greatest people and have way too much fun doing it. My special guest